Well, we just got out of downsizing. If I look a little scruffier than normal, it's because it's just too goddamn cold to shave.
Yeah, it's been pretty cold for like 3 years.
And it's not like it's just, I cannot get that first day of shaving and then going out in the cold and the wind hits you. It's like, oh,
it's the worst.
So yeah, I'm not gonna shave for probably another till my birthday. So I'm gonna look 100 years older because this is all better. Now my beard is like gray, a couple strands of red and brown, and then white. Like it's white right here.
You know that old man Santa Claus beard.
Yeah, but the greatest, George Carlin said it best, when you start looking old and getting older, the greatest, you don't have to carry anything heavy anymore. Everybody always wants to help out an old, he used to say, everybody wants to help out an old fuck. And then you're not responsible for remembering things anymore.
There you go.
So we saw Downsizing.
Yep. It was something, that's for sure.
I will give it that. I've never seen anything quite like this.
It had way more male frontal nudity than I expected. I never saw so many dicks in the same room in my whole life.
Well, not on a screen.
Yeah.
You're forgetting about last Friday. You did take quite a few blows to the head.
I know.
Yeah, the South Park where they make fun of Game of Thrones, like they sing a song like wieners, floppy wieners to the theme of Game of Thrones. I was thinking that the whole time, like, wow, that's a lot of wieners.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll give it. I mean, how many movies do you see where it's like it's a pool and there's just 10 girls with their boobs hanging out? So I mean, it's kind of almost refreshing to see it. No female nudity whatsoever.
No.
Matt Damon's ass.
Yeah. His wrinkly ass crack. His face might not be old, but his ass sure is.
He's a pretty man. I'm gonna get into what I didn't like first, which is a lot. I want to end it positively because there were some things I really liked about this movie. Especially,
I enjoyed it a lot more than he did.
Yeah, I enjoyed the fuck out of the performances.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Christoph Waltz was in this movie, and every time he was on screen, I was there. He fucking there's a scene where two people have sex on a boat, and they come up into the cab of the what do you call that?
The cabin.
The cabin of the boat.
Yeah,
on deck, whatever. And Christoph Waltz is just...
He's just smiling.
He never changes. He just knows they just got done having sex.
You guys just had sex. Let's talk about racism for a minute.
Oh, buddy.
This was the most racist thing I've ever seen, ever.
Here's what I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to show how... even in this society, we still look down on certain cultures and things. I know that they were trying to say that, like, no matter how much we evolve as a species, there's always going to be people we look at as beneath us. But
we love you long time. Fucky.
Okay, I have a lot of Hispanic friends. I have Hispanic family. I have family from Panama. So some racist jokes can be funny, but it's all in context, you know. George Carlin and Richard Pryor could tell those jokes because we knew, you know, but like then that one dude from Seinfeld does it, and no.
Yeah, people aren't having that.
You ever hear the joke about like, oh, the apartment with 20 Mexicans living in it? They had an apartment building that, I mean, it was the size of like a truck, but these people were only this tall, and there was 14,000 Hispanics and Asians living in it.
They put them in a trailer. They couldn't even a little trailer
on the outside of the town.
They had to go through a hole in the wall to get to their trailers in their little border town. So
I get what they were trying to do there. I really do, and I think they had good intentions. But man, was it not executed well.
It was supposed to speak about society and
social inequality,
things like that. Yeah,
but the whole time I'm like,
the only thing it was missing was a mariachi band playing in the background.
I was about to say what was missing. No, they actually did have the stereotypical dude with the handlebar mustache in the background doing this. There weren't any Puerto Ricans free like lifting weights in a parking lot, though.
Oh, they didn't show outside of the building too much.
No, they didn't. But like I said, I get what they were trying to do, but it was not executed well. And here comes my issue with this movie: the directing. On paper, this movie probably looked amazing.
Yeah.
And if you got somebody like a Steven Soderbergh or Steven Spielberg to direct this movie, I think we would have had a much different product.
Oh yeah.
It did not flow. It was not consistent. It was scenes following each other. There was no consistency. There was no fluidity to this film. It just felt like things happening.
It was very, very predictable.
Yes, there was no surprise.
Yeah, I knew exactly what was going to happen, and I'm going to spoil it. I don't care.
They foreshadow everything in this movie.
Yeah, his wife doesn't get shrunk with him.
I saw that coming from a mile away.
Yeah, that was obvious. And then
which was terrible because
the Korean girl.
Well, real quick, it was really terrible because Kristen Wiig, I liked her, and she was really good in this movie.
Yeah, she would have been better as a small person. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But go ahead.
But yeah, he falls in love with the Korean girl.
Vietnamese.
Me love you a long time.
She was beautiful.
Same thing. They're all slanty-eyed.
I tell you, you can tell English.
Just kidding.
You can tell English was not her first language at all, but that actress was actually pretty good. I mean, have you ever met anybody from Vietnam?
I knew that, like, it wasn't even on the screen. It was just like a background news thing. And as soon as they said, "Oh, this girl lost her leg in a TV box," like, oh, that's the girl. Damn it! Why?
See, bad direction. There was nothing. Nothing was a surprise.
No, it wasn't a surprise at all. But I wouldn't say that because that girl's acting was quite a surprise.
The Vietnamese girl.
Yeah.
I actually have you ever met anybody from Vietnam?
No.
They really act and talk like that. They're really like when she yelled, I'm like, "You get out now!" they're just like that. That's just how they are. And
it was hilarious.
I've met several people from Vietnam, and
what kind of fuck you give me?
Okay, I just FaceTimed my mom and told her we're filming a review, and she just tried to call me during the filming of the review. You want to get on camera, Mom? Just ask.
She forgot to tell you something. She doesn't want to be on camera at all. Not a ploy.
Hey, oh, you're filming? I didn't know. Did her hair, got makeup on, her best painting in the background. Anyway, like I said, I actually met people from Vietnam, and they really talk and look like this, so I enjoyed her performance.
Yeah.
It's very...
Well, it was awesome. Yeah. From the point she showed up in the movie,
it got better.
I just totally enjoyed the whole rest of the movie. 100%.
The first half of this movie, I'm sorry, parts of it were insufferable. I mean, there was a scene in the very beginning where they were all in a restaurant at a bar and having a conversation, and I just was groaning. It was like, this is fucking terrible. Matt Damon looked miserable.
Yeah.
He was just like, and that was the thing. He's supposed to look miserable, but my God, that was almost
where
torturous.
You just had to get the drunk asshole racist guy who's racist against small people.
Well, that was in the second bar scene.
You're taking our jobs.
Yeah.
You're ruining our country.
I just watched that episode the other day.
Yeah, I did too.
All right, everybody back on the pile.
Oh, man.
People on that pile would have liked this movie because lots of floppy wieners. So yeah, he goes through the downsizing, which I got a problem with the downsizing method. So they can shrink them on a molecular level, but unless they have anything metallic, humans naturally have iron in them, and we eat so many things that come from metal. We all have little, minuscule amounts of aluminum in us. We do. Every human being has it.
What about the whole hair thing?
Yeah, why couldn't
they had to be like? First of all, they shrunk a rat. And it was an amazing success. The fucking rat's covered in hair. It didn't fucking explode and die.
No.
Why did the people have to be completely shaven?
And they shaved them. If it was really
their
the
balls
hair
and everything.
But if it was really their hair that got in the way, but they didn't take their hair follicles out, so they technically still had hair. It was just shaved.
Yeah. That didn't make a lot of sense.
It didn't make them bald, which would have.
They had to pull their teeth out. Why? Well, the thing that I was thinking is, okay, your teeth are already grown to that size, and there's no cells left in those, so they won't shrink down with you. What about your fingernails?
Yeah, they're made from the keratin. It's the same
they're
thing.
the same thing. So you would shrink down, but your fingernails wouldn't, and you just have giant fingernails and toenails protruding out of you.
What about the people who have tattoos? There are tattoo inks that have. I mean, I think they've changed it now. They've changed the formula for tattoo ink, but I have tattoos that probably have metallic elements in them. From my first tattoo was in 2001, and I think they were still using it.
MRI machine will kill you.
Yeah, and well, no, I've had MRI. It was fine. I had MRI a couple years ago.
I think MythBusters disproven that.
They did. Mythbusters disproved a lot of shit.
Yeah.
My favorite one is when they disproved the whole moon landing conspiracy. That was great. They're like, this is like throwing, like, shooting fish in a barrel. But, so yeah, your skin would just explode. And there's people with tattoos, and so much of that didn't make sense. I mean, I know it wasn't supposed to.
It was a good idea, like what they were trying to do with it. It was definitely a good idea, and it would help the population overgrowth and all that stuff. So yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, just the first half of this movie, it just moved so slow. The pacing was terrible, and then just out of nowhere, it became a different movie. It literally changed, like, completely. Like 3 or 4 times it changed tone, but the last time, like you said, when he started hanging out with the Vietnamese lady who turned out to be this, like, social justice hero, and from that point on, it got pretty watchable. I was enjoying it from that point on. It had a pretty good ending. I liked the last 15 minutes of this movie.
Yeah.
There was a part, though, that you laughed in the theater, and we had to have been thinking the same thing. So I want you to say it and see if we were thinking the same thing.
Which part was it?
Or, like, the car was coming in and all those people were around. We both... I was thinking, like, wouldn't it be great if there was Grand Theft Auto mini town and just showed a little mini car just rolling over people, and then... I just pictured that car just barreling through all those little people.
I don't remember exactly what happened. I chuckled a few times. I was thinking very bad things.
There were some actual funny moments.
Yeah.
She was funny. The Vietnamese woman was...
No, I remember something I was thinking that was probably a bad thing to be thinking. I can't remember what it was now. All I keep thinking about was the dicks.
I know, like, I can tell.
Like, why are all these dicks just flopping everywhere?
Well, when the dicks stopped showing up, I could hear in his head it was playing, "I'm all out of love, I'm so lost without you, I know you were right." Air Supply.
Yeah, there was some awesome moments in this movie, though.
Yeah, that was
really
for me, as a whole film, it didn't work. But the moments that were good, and I really think that if this was a better director, I would have liked it more.
Yeah.
But I said Christoph Waltz, every time he was on screen, I was grinning ear to ear. But that's any movie he's in.
Yeah,
when Christoph Waltz shows up,
he really was. He was awesome in this.
even the people that hated the Green Hornet were like, "Yeah, but Christoph Waltz was really good." And Django Unchained, oh my god!
Yeah,
I think he was nominated for that. You know what? I think he won.
He probably did.
I think he did. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, he probably did.
I'm about to look up the director of this movie.
I bet he's a fucking asshole.
He's probably French. Old.
I don't know. He definitely needed some help because, like you said, I enjoyed it, but it could have definitely went a little bit faster, and especially the beginning part. Like, we get it. We understand they're going to shrink down. You didn't have to show quite as much of that and the whole process and all that. It was like they were building up for a big moment, but somebody forgot to write the big moment.
You know what? That's a good way to put it. It felt like something huge was going to happen, but it never really did.
Yeah.
But
that's how it felt.
Okay, this director he directed one movie I really did not like, and in another movie I absolutely loved. He directed The Descendants with George Clooney, which I thought was not a very good movie. But he also directed Nebraska, which I don't know if you ever saw that movie. It's a black and white movie with Bruce Dern in it. Nebraska's a damn good movie.
No.
I'll have to let you borrow that. It's
probably really slow and boring.
It is very slow and boring, but the acting is so good, and the story is so intriguing. And Stacy Keach is in it too, and there's
the performances aren't flat, are they? It's Nebraska. There's nothing there.
No, but they're corny. The whole movie's about farming and goat sex.
Did you catch the sheep fucking line in this movie? Like, what? What'd he say?
Yeah.
He's like, they got all these sheep for adult relations. Yeah, they're gonna fuck those sheep in that tunnel.
I like when they said that about the dude in the beginning. Like, he'll fuck anything, a man, woman, a cat, a dog. He probably has syphilis right now or something, and then the next time you see him, he's got a big sore on his
herpes sore.
Oh, man. I can tell you this, the dialogue was not very well written in this film, and Matt Damon struggled with it because you could tell he wanted to ad-lib, and probably whatever he would have said would have been better.
Yeah.
You know what? If the dude had co-wrote this with Matt Damon, it would have probably been a better movie.
It seemed like it was supposed to be a little more slapstick than what it was, but they just didn't have good jokes to tell.
Here's what it was.
There was moments like that. Like,
this guy had the first bit of this movie, the concept written, got the project greenlit, and then realized he had to write a script.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I got this idea. Okay, write us a movie about it. I have some great ideas for movies. Could I write the movie? No.
Yeah.
I'm writing a found footage film about pickers that pick the wrong house and it's a murder house. I'm writing that movie right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome too.
For $6, yeah, let's go see this.
It was fine.
It wasn't.
I liked it.
The performances were good. I did. This definitely won't go on my least favorite movie of the year list. I already know which one's getting that.
It's gonna be one of those that's just like forgettable movies. Like, we'll forget all about this in a couple months.
I'll forget about it in 3 days. I mean, shit. Apparently, I had a conversation with my mom 3 days ago about her getting out of the doctor, and the next day I couldn't remember a word of the conversation we had.
It's because you're old now.
When I was 19, people said, man, you should not put that up your nose and you should not swallow that. You're going to have issues later. And I was like, no.
Nah.
And now I don't even remember those people's names.
Well, that's because they weren't important to you.
No.
They're trying to make you become a quitter.
Here comes some police. Yeah.
Fuck those cops. Do a big donut right in front of them.
So, wow. So far this year, what do you think has been your favorite movie that we saw together in the theater, and what was your least favorite that we saw? I know what your least favorite was, but what was your most favorite one we saw in the theater this year? Because this is day before New Year's. We won't do another review until next year. Gotta hate that. See you next year.
Yeah, see you next year.
Anyway,
I would have to say it would be between Star Wars or the fucking superhero one. See, now you're giving me memory loss.
I have a couple.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians 2 was my favorite movie of the year so far.
Yeah, that was probably one of the most fun movies.
For me, it would be Guardians, Logan Lucky, Wonder Woman, and Logan. Were probably like my 4 favorite films this year.
Yeah, those were good. I don't know. I can't remember half the movies we've seen this year. I keep wanting to say movies that we saw last year. But we saw some damn good movies this year.
Yes, we did. I already know what our least favorites aren't going to be the same.
No.
Because your least favorite was Roman J. I guarantee it was Roman J. Israel Esquire.
That was pretty bad. Yeah.
Mine was that Free Fire movie. That was the worst movie I saw this year. I did not like that movie.
Yeah. Roman James Israel was a pretty damn bad movie.
Yeah, but at least that one had performances that were solid. Free Fire didn't even have that.
There was another one that was really bad that we saw at the beginning of the year too, earlier this year, and it was really bad. I remember I got pretty mad after seeing it, but I don't remember what it was.
You didn't like Close Encounters.
Yeah, but it was something. I think it was one of those scary movies, or it was supposed to be scary.
The one I really liked. I remember you didn't like the one that had the when a monster calls. because that made you sad. Because you're like, it made me feel. I didn't want to. that movie.
Feel.
If you haven't, we didn't get to review that one. If you haven't seen A Monster Calls, I actually heavily recommend seeing that movie. It's very emotional. But you're right. I think there was like a supposed to be scary movie that we saw that we didn't like. I looked through.
It was just bad. I don't know. Should have like had a list of those that we went and saw. When we start doing these reviews?
April.
The
first one was Boss Baby. This is like our 54th video.
Wow,
Not
let's
54th.
Scroll back through and see what movies we saw.
Like, we didn't get to review Split, or you know what movie we need to review? We need to do a drunk review. Is the Belko Experiment. We need to do a review on that.
That would be cool.
All right, we're running on really long here. Just talking about the end of the year kind of shit. We are going to be doing a drunk review tonight.
Really?
Robin Hood, The Ghost of Shorewood. I can't wait for him to see this movie. It's so bad.
It's gonna piss me off. Apparently,
the first half of it, you'll get like visibly upset, and the end of the movie, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck was that? Why? Why was Kane Hodder in this movie?" And Kane Hodder
be our last review of the year.
Kane Hodder plays Little John. So good.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so terrible.
So good. Alright, well, we'll be back next week with either Darkest Hours or Insidious, because those are the two big ones next week. So we'll see you next year.